What's up guys, welcome to GIÀY. In today's video we're going to look at different ways to decompress your spine, because as you may or may not know, in today's day and age people are sitting way too much, and instead of sitting less, what we have to do is decompress our spine. So in my opinion we have two major ways. One is going upside down and the other one is just hanging. In today's video we're going to figure out which one is the best method. Let's go! So before we dive into how to do spinal decompression, let's first take a look at what spinal decompression and what a compressed spine actually is. As we go throughout our days, gravity pulls on our spine and everything gets a little bit closer together. Especially if you're sitting a lot and you're not moving enough, what's going to happen is muscles getting tighter and they pull the vertebrae even more together. Now, what we want to do if we decompress is we want to create a little bit more space in between our discs, and at the same time what we also want to do is we want to lengthen out and stretch the muscles that are getting tighter, and by alleviating some stress on these muscles you are able to get a little bit more of a breather throughout your spine. Now let's go back to the home gym and talk about the first decompression. A way to decompress your spine that almost everybody knows is just the dead hang. And the dead hang is just awesome because you don't need really a pull-up bar, you can just use a ledge as well, and whenever you get your feet off the ground you get a nice decompression of the spine. Also what helps is that you get a decompression of your shoulders, which is hitting two birds with one stone. Boom. If this is too difficult for you, you want to find a ledge where your feet can touch the ground. Like here, my feet are touching the ground. Place your feet in front of you and just let your body drop down. That way you make it a lot easier on yourself grip-wise, and you can still try to relax as much as possible. Now what I prefer is to have a high bar where I'm not touching the ground at all, because that way I can utilize the full weight of my body, of my legs, to pull on my spine, and that is going to be a lot better in my opinion. That is really why I opted for a bar way up here. Like so. So now my feet are dangling in the air and I can fully decompress my spine. Now, if that's not enough, what I suggest you do is you get a loading pin, you put some weights on, then finding your pull-up bar, and then just hang off of that. Try to relax everything and let the weight do its work. The major downside of this thing here is grip strength. The higher in weight you go, the more effective the stretch is, the more difficult it's going to be to just hold on to the pull-up bar. Another way of getting a good decompression in is by hanging upside down. What I like to use is some artificial hooks, gravity boots. What you do is you slap them up with the hook facing upwards, something that took me a while to figure out. These hooks allow you to hang off of pull-up bars in a downward fashion. So yeah, let's just try that. I grab this with both feet. If I'm feeling very athletic, I can just do a modified L-sit by jumping and get my hooks onto the pull-up bar. So let's do just that. Boom. At first it's going to be a little bit scary, but you get used to that. You can just let yourself drop, boom, like that. Or you can go down gradually by using the poles. And then you can let your arms hang as well. Make sure you're not swinging too much, because that is not going to feel very comfortable. But what you can do is just focus on your breathing and make sure that your spine decompresses as much as possible. What I like about this one here is that you're not relying on grip strength, you're only relying on how much blood you can allow to get into your head. Now, what we don't have with this one is a very good shoulder stretch, because we're not really putting a lot of stretch on our shoulders. Boom! Now let's quickly recap on the different types of decompression. So the first one is just hanging. It's very good because you can hang wherever you want. You don't need a pull-up bar. You can use a ledge as well. Preferably you want to have feet off the ground as much as possible so you can put some weight downwards. If it's too difficult for you, you can put your feet on the floor. If it's not enough, you can use some weight and let it hang so that you get a better stretch. Another positive about hanging like this is you get a good shoulder stretch, and the only downside is really grip strength, but maybe that's not really a downside if you just want to have better grip strength. So just do it more often and you'll get better at it. Now, on the other hand, there is a way if your grip strength is limiting by using gravity boots. And gravity boots are great because they allow you to just hang. The only thing is that a lot of blood gets rushing downwards. It takes some getting used to having the feeling of being upside down. But it's a very relaxing way of getting into a decompression. So let me know in the comments down below, what's your preferred method of decompression? Do you like to hang upside down like a bat? Or are you more for ultimate grip strength and you're just hanging there with 100 kilos strapped to your waist? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm happy to know what you think, and I guess I'll